Again, allowing your eyes to close, slowing down the breath so that we're inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, holding it for 2, 1, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. You'll notice that you're already grounded. You've got your grounding cord working for you. And you're still that glowing orb of light, which is beautiful. And we're going to look out past this glowing orb of light and into the layers of our aura. First, just with your eyes closed, take a look around and see if you can see your aura, if you can see this bubble. Can you see it above you, beneath you, to the sides, in front of you, behind you? And the further we get into this, the more you'll see it, the more vibrant it becomes for you. And whether or not you are seeing the aura, most people tend to see the dark spots, the spots of stagnation. So scan your aura, scan in front of you, behind you for any dark spots. For me, they look like tar. For you, it could just look like a black circle or a gray circle or just a dark spot. We're going to release all these dark spots. That's that scar tissue that I was talking about, where that energy is trapped in a past memory. It was one moment in time. It doesn't need to be your identity or your whole life. Change is the only constant. And so that experience was impermanent, but keeping it around in your aura makes it your permanent way of navigating through the world. So we're going to take a dark spot and get a closer look at it. Expanding it out, opening it up, and trusting whatever comes through, trusting your intuition. You can ask the dark spot, who are you? When did you get here? How long have you been here? It may show up as a memory. It might be instantaneously you're seeing yourself as 5, and there's this image in your bedroom, on the playground, wherever it might be. For some of you, it's going to be a little bit more, less visual, more cognitive. So it might be, right, just like a vague sense of rejection or a vague sense of self in some way, like I just don't feel good about myself, or I'm ugly, or whatever it might be. Simply honoring whatever comes up. So you're looking at that dark spot, opening it up. Who are you? When did you get here? How long have you been here? What message are you coming with? How does this dark spot affect how you take in the world, how you receive life's energy? Your aura is kind of like an energy filter. And so the more these dark spots, these stagnant little pockets, the more dark spots on your glasses, the greater impurities in your scope of vision. So who are you? When did you get here? What message do you come with? And how are you affecting the way I take in life? So maybe it was that feeling of rejection or whatever, and this dark spot might suggest you're not taking in life. You're suspicious. You're not letting in all the love that's available to you, and you don't trust it. Or it could be the opposite. It could be whenever love comes in, you self-sacrifice for it, or attention comes in, you misinterpret it as love and really chase it because of this dark spot, because of that old feeling of rejection. So how have you influenced the way I take life in. Simply getting to know yourself a little bit better, trusting whatever comes up. You're doing a great job. This is you healing you. You can also ask the dark spot, how are you influencing all the love that I'm offering? How are you influencing all the energy that I'm putting out there in the world? How people perceive me, how people view me? Using that same example of that sense of rejection, it might mean that because of this dark spot, you're overdoing it and people perceive you as controlling when really you just want to offer love. It might be that people view you as shy or meek and you're not at all. You're just observing. Or maybe people view you as reserved or cold and really benevolent and sensitive. How is this dark spot influencing how others perceive you, how life takes you in? If this is the first point of contact between you and the outside world. And how is it influencing how you take life in? And if you're ready to let go of all those associations, all that past pain, you may simply send that dark spot all the way down your grounding cord. It's just going to melt from your aura and fall down into your grounding cord, disappearing into the center of the earth. Just like we've been grounding out colors. It's super easy. All that dark energy just making its way towards the base of your spine, going all the way down your grounding cord until it disappears into the center of the earth. And you're free of that association. You're free of that scar tissue, that stagnant energy. What would you like to replace in its space? To help you reinforce all the wisdom that just came up. It could be, I am loved, I am lovable, I receive love, I let the love in. People see me as lovable. Whatever the new framework might be, simply write it across your aura. I like setting it up in neon signs. So you're writing that new affirmation in your aura, and you're just trusting it to stay there. You're trusting that to be part of your new filter, your new outlook on life, and your new presentation, the new way that life takes you in. Helping your walk through life be a little bit more in alignment with your highest self, with your own personally set intentions. It's a little bit more conscious. This is you powerfully creating your life rather than reacting to your environment or reacting to your past. And then I want you to scan your aura for any holes or tears that might be in there. Look up, look around. And same thing, if you see a hole, if you see a tear, we're going to mend it. But as part of cultivating intuition, self-awareness, let's ask that hole, who are you? When did you get here? Why haven't I mended you yet? How are you influencing my walk through life? How I take in life? Maybe this hole suggests that life's too much, or you're not enough. Life is stressful, it's overwhelming, it's triggering, it's cruel, whatever it might be. Trusting whatever message you are receiving. What does this hole represent? How is it influencing your walk through life? How is it influencing how others perceive you? So it might be that others are, on account of this hole, perceiving you as scared or timid, or in fact you're actually quite strong and confident. And whether you're receiving messages or not, you have all the power in healing yourself. And so you're just going to imagine that hole mending. It's going to fill right back in as though it was never there. Let's take a moment to scan the entire aura and smooth it out. If there's any ripples in it, go ahead and smooth it out. Ripples tend to be times where life didn't quite go our way, but it didn't get to us enough to create a hole or that dark spot. It just kind of ruffled our feathers a little bit. So smoothing out the aura so that you can have an easy, graceful walk through life and take life in with ease and grace. And then let's scan a little bit more for any dark spots or any holes. Trust whatever it is that you're seeing. And let's do that again, whether it's a dark spot or a hole that you're seeing in your aura. Ask it, who are you? When did you get here? How are you influencing my walk through life? How are you influencing how other people perceive me? How life takes me in? How are you influencing how I take life in? My interpretation of other people's actions. How are you influencing my interpretation of the world around me? You're doing great. Totally trusting whatever comes up. And whether you're receiving messages or not, you're still healing yourself, you're still doing the work. How about tuck your aura into your grounding cord? So it's kind of like this love bubble that tucks into your grounding cord. And then send all the dark spots down your grounding cord. So all the darkness is going all the way down your grounding cord and getting absorbed into the center of the earth. Looking around, mending any of the holes in your aura. And then we're going to play around with our auras a little bit. Bring your aura all the way in so that it's hugging your skin. Energy follows intention. So whether or not you're seeing the aura is not so relevant. Simply intend on hugging it in and experience this. What does it feel like when your aura is super close to you, like a second layer of skin? And can you tell if this is the way you usually carry it, or if this is foreign for you? And then let's do the opposite and expand your aura all the way out so that it's reaching about 4 feet in front of you, 4 feet behind you, 4 feet to either side, and above and beneath you. How does that feel? Easier to be in, more challenging, comfortable, familiar, foreign? Expand your aura out so that it's about 10 feet in front of you, 10 feet behind you, above you, beneath you. See how that feels. Simply be in it. And then how about bring it in to about 2 to 3 feet in front of you, behind you, above you, beneath you, to the either side. This is where most auras tend to hang out. Adjust it to what works best for you. Do you like it more at about a foot radius from your body? 2 feet, 3 feet? Usually the more extended it is, the more space you're taking up. So performers will do this all the time. Musicians, speakers, they'll extend their aura whether they realize it or not. And then in that way, they're connecting with everyone in the room. So a really good tool for if you are performing or if you're going into a meeting or an interview or an audition and you really want to take up space, you really want to be memorable, extend the aura all the way out. Let everybody feel you. Some people, you could be in a room with like 1,000 other people and like I know Obama does this and you feel like you're the only one in the room with him. That's a really powerful aura. If you want to go into hiding a little bit and you don't want to be memorable, you can bring the aura all the way in and have it hug your body. So you can just play around with it right now where you're extending it, contracting it, extending it, contracting it. See what feels right for you. See where you like for it to hang out. And you can use it at different times in different ways. So whenever I'm riding the New York City subways, my aura is all the way in. I don't want to pick up on anything in that environment. I'm not projecting it at all, and I don't want people to talk to me. So I just bring my aura all the way in. When I'm leading classes, I take it all the way out because I want it to feel inclusive. I do want people to engage in conversation and feel like we're all in this together. Let's do a final scan of any dark spots. And just like we did that final cord cutting, there's no need to examine the dark spot, just let it all go. Watch as the dark flushes all the way down your grounding cord and into the center of the earth like it was never there. It's no longer part of your experience. You no longer have to carry it around with you. And then you can set your aura to whatever intention you like, whatever message you'd like to project out into the world. So if you're looking for love, it might be, I'm available for love that brings out the best in me. I'm here and available for a mutually beneficial relationship. If you're looking for friendships, it could be, I make friends easily, everybody loves me. So that's the filter in which you're perceiving new people, the outside world. And that's how the outside world is perceiving you. Like, oh, I want to be friends with that person. And then let's reinforce all of this with a separation tool. So right at the edge of your aura, whether it's 2 feet in front of you, 4 feet in front of you, 8 feet in front of you, at the very edge of your aura, go ahead and create an object of your choice, and we'll call this your separation tool. It's going to work as those energetic boundaries. It's going to keep you in your lane. It's going to keep you in your self-contained aura, your happy little ecosystem, your self-love bubble that you've just created for yourself. I love using trees, I love using plants. You can use a shield, you can use books, you can use a stuffed animal, whatever you wish. Create an object of your choice that you're going to set at the very edge of your aura. Claim it as yours, declare it as yours by writing your name in the center of this object or hanging a picture of yourself in the center of your object so that it's yours and yours alone and it works for you. And then you'll simply have this separation tool orbit around you. So it's just rotating around you. And as it's doing this, it's picking up on any sort of environmental energy in front of you, to the sides, behind you, just sucking all of that up so that you don't have to, so that you can maintain your own authenticity, your own authentic light, so that you're not picking up any more dark spots or creating any more holes. This separation tool creates those energetic boundaries. It reinforces psychological boundaries. It helps you maintain and sustain the self-love. And just like your grounding cord, these separation tools do accumulate energy, which does reduce their efficacy. So just for good measure, let's destroy this separation tool so that you know how to do it at home and create a new one. So we're going to pretend like you've been using the same separation tool for a week. It's accumulated some environmental energy. It's now compromised. So we're going to simply send it out to the center of the room, pop it, destroy it, explode it, set it on fire so that this separation tool disappears completely. And then you can use the same exact object if you like. I always use trees. Or you can play around with a whole new separation tool. Whatever your separation tool, imagine setting it at the edge of your aura once again. Writing your name in the center of it, hanging up an image of yourself in the center of it so that it's yours and yours alone. And it works for you and you alone. And then same deal. You're going to have it orbit around you, picking up on all that environmental energy so that you don't have to. Keeping you in your self-love bubble so that it's not compromised and there's no energy leaks. Simply trusting it to work. Acknowledging the light within you so that you're recognizing yourself as your light. Acknowledging your grounding cord, your separation tool. You've totally got this. And we'll fill in with a final golden sun. So imagining at about 2 feet above your head, a big, bright, shiny golden sun, bigger than you've ever created, maybe the size of a house or even a city block. This is energy. It's expansive. Your name is in the center of this golden sun, acting as a magnet, magnetizing all your own life force energy right back to you, watching as all this gold light fills in your golden sun. Any light that you may have left in the past is pouring into your sun. Any light that you may have left in the future, with people, thoughts, places, events, it's all pouring into your golden sun. Any light that you may have left with objects, material possessions, moments in time, it's all pouring back into your golden sun. When your golden sun is so full that it looks like it could just burst open, you'll poke a hole in the bottom of it and let all that goodness in, watching as all that gold light, experiencing it all coming in from the very top of your head, falling straight down to your toes and filling you in from toe to head, filling in your toes, your feet, your ankles, calves, and shins, all that great light filling in your knees, your thighs, your stomach and back, your chest, your shoulders, all your internal organs, tendons, bones, muscles, ligaments, your arms, forearms, hands, and fingers, and all that gold light filling in your neck, face, and head, so that every single cell in your body is functioning off your own source energy, because this is the energy that works best for you. If you have even more light that can fill into your human form, it's just pouring out of the top of your head, fountaining into the layers of your aura, reinforcing your happy little ecosystem. Until you're all the way full You've absorbed all that gold light energy. And you can allow your fingers and toes to gently wiggle and your eyes to flutter open. Right back here right